We're looking, collars all messed up. We're live. Hey, welcome to 5am Mester Scrum. Hope everybody's doing well. Kids went out. I don't know. See if the wife comes here. Makes a lot of noise. But it's 5am Mester Scrum. This is show number 52, I believe. Yeah, 52. I can remember to say 50, the show number, because when we do all the podcasts we do, you don't necessarily see what show it is. And hopefully when you do podcasts, you won't see how bad my collar looks at early morning. We're a little bit later than normal. It's 7:25, only because I was running late and I had to do my offshore training session. So I had to be flexible and be able to move things around, and that had to come first, and train the people offshore, and then come back here to you all and do our 5am Mester Scrum session, where we talk about different things. Just to continue on the code, the things that help teams grow from 30 to 50% in less than 6 months. So we talked about a bunch of things. We were up to 8 items, plus a 6A kind of item there. So it's like 9 items we talked about. I got 2 for today. I'm going to keep it brief, but I just want everybody to understand what we're talking about here. Everybody in the Scrum world and Agile world, I'm not one of the touchy-feely kind of guys, right? I'm kind of more business and where we need to go. And we always talk about knowing everybody, which is really important to know how everybody works. But it's also important to know how everybody actually works and produces their product, and how they shape it. And that goes to the minimum amount of documentation. We don't need an elaborate explanation of how to code every line in the system. But to get around that, what we do is we do code reviews. Now, every organization, whether waterfall or not waterfall, Agile or whatever, they do these code reviews. I see a lot of groups that don't. They let individuals code. I like a concept where in the beginning, if you're a new team forming, or even if you're an existing team, it's good to have code reviews when you get new people on board. One, so they can understand how you shape your code, because there is a shape and a rhythm to it, and how they do it, and that you can combine the best practices from the multiple people. So 2 of the things we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about code reviews, and we're going to talk about test script reviews and how that works. So the first one is code reviews. So again, not so much nitpicking on everybody's individual styles, but understand why people wrote the code the way they wrote it, because now a couple of things will happen. When there's a bug and you didn't write the code, you'll be able to and they're not there, let's say they're on vacation or out for the day, or they went home, or they're on the other side of the planet, who knows, you'll be able to read their code and how it's shaped and formatted to figure out what they were doing. So by doing these code reviews and having people talk through their code, it helps everybody understand their practices and habits. And you can kind of read, if people have done this long enough, you can kind of read whose code, and you'll know who on your team actually wrote that section of code, because you know they do certain things and how they do it. So you want to have that code review, you want to have that feedback. The code review also should say, why you didn't use this call routine or do this API. Hey, there's the API that does that, provides that information. You want to have those code reviews so everybody can grow as a developer also. So that's item 9 on the path to being 50% improvement. This way, everybody knows how everybody codes. If they're not there, people can jump on it. When people ask for help, you have to understand how they practice their coding. And at first, it takes more time. Yes. Maybe sitting the whole team together and do code reviews together and kind of go over the code makes sense. Maybe it takes too long. Who knows? But later on, maybe it's just a pair. But you want to have everybody on your team pair up with each other. And we'll talk more about the code reviews and how to do that on future episodes. But that's important to do the code reviews and share coding styles. The last one I'm going to talk about today is test script reviews. Just like coding reviews, I believe testers should share how they write their test script sequences and how they're going to do their work. I think they should meet together and go over, for whatever story, what's the test scripts they're going to run to answer and how they do that. And now that we're using automation tools and things like Selenium, they should be looking at how the Selenium's coded also. So that's the last item for today. So, and it's both how, like, what do the testers do? I think the testers should also have their version of a code review when it comes to the tests and make sure they covered all the options. So what I think, rather than just running a test, you write your test scripts. I think you should share that run of test scripts with one of your coworkers who was also a tester to see if they think you got everything covered. They can maybe read it. I think the verbal or somehow fashion like that helps out the quickness of getting the response, where they can read it and get back. So they have questions they can ask you as they go through it. So there's two things: code reviews, so the developers get more familiar with each other and how they code and what they do, because when there's a bottleneck and you need someone to help you write some code or do something, it's a lot easier to do it. And then two, the doing test script reviews, making sure all the testers are on the same page. So with that, those are the two items I want to give you for today. I'm going to keep this short. Ooh, it's like 6:24 or 6 minutes and 24 seconds. It's actually 7:30 on the clock, but I want to give that time. Please like and subscribe to our 5am Mester Scrum. Tell your friends, share it. We're growing every day, getting and all the different social media and all the podcasts. So we're everywhere now. Still got more work to do. If you have any questions or ideas you want to do on the show, please send me a comment. You can catch me on LinkedIn. Look for Mester, M-E-S-T-E-R. You'll see a guy named with the Agile coach or Agile cheerleader in his tagline. You can find me there. And you can go to our websites with our different hosting, the 5am Mester Scrum, and you can send us a comment and stuff like that. All right. Well, thank you very much. You all have an excellent day. It's Thursday. One more day till Friday. And have a good day. Happy scrumming. Take care. Bye.